The Las Vegas Valley has a broadband gap. It might be bigger than you think.
Fox 5's Mike Allen examines the cause of this and what could be done to close that gap.
This is a map of internet pricing in America. This green shows where it's a little more affordable, less than $50 a month. Red is more expensive. You can see most of the country is green, and most of the red areas are very rural. That's where it's hard to get infrastructure built to support connectivity. If we zoom in, though, on the western U.S., you'll see most of the areas like Salt Lake, Denver, San Francisco, L.A., most of those big metro areas are pretty green, pretty affordable, but most of southern Nevada, especially the Vegas Valley, not very affordable. You'll see a checkerboard pattern here in Las Vegas. That means depending where you live, you might be paying quite a bit for your internet, and that's not evenly divided between income levels. I'll show you what I mean. In that map, you saw lots of Ward 3 colored in red, which means pricier internet for people making barely half the average salary as the rest of the city. Now, look at this next graphic. This is a look at the gap in the amount of people who have broadband service, just 68% in Ward 3, versus the rest of the city, more than 80%. This is a theme you can find throughout the valley, and some folks I talked with say that correlation is no coincidence.
It was difficult for me to purchase internet. I needed a faster paced service.
Special education teacher Lisa Smith commutes from the north end of the valley to teach at Abston Elementary south of Summerlin. She says her internet is spotty both at home and at work.
I feel like it's gotten worse.
Smith says it's tough to do her job when so much of it relies on her and her students being online.
I constantly have to have plan B ready.
Smith tells me there just are not enough affordable options for her to connect to the internet at the speed she needs. That's a story Las Vegas Councilwoman Olivia Diaz has heard quite a bit.
For my families, it's difficult making decisions of whether I need to, complete the rent payment or my cell phone payment or buy my kid new shoes.
Diaz, along with the rest of City Council, recently cleared the way for a new fiber internet provider called GigaPower.
I'm a supporter of more diversity in this space and having more options. I myself don't have very many options on the east side of Las Vegas.
Dr. Kendall Hartley, who specializes in educational technology at UNLV, says all the ingredients are there for better connectivity.
It's not that we don't necessarily have the initial infrastructure. What we don't have necessarily is consistent infrastructure that goes to all houses at all places in our community where they can actually take advantage of that really high-speed access.
Hartley students, like Smith's, need to get online for the full educational experience.
Students getting online becomes absolutely critical these days.
For college kids just trying to get by, spending $100 a month on internet might break the bank. And of course, it's not just students. Everyone who simply wants to participate in society needs to be online.
We're living in a digital world where everything is apply for a new job online, go get your bank statements online, go see how much you're making and where your money is going online.
For Smith's special education kids,
They experience so many challenges on top of the connectivity.
and everyone else struggling to get online, the hope is that more competition means a more affordable way to connect. I'll leave you with this. A look at the same map I showed you just a couple minutes ago, but now it shows the number of internet options available. Anywhere that's not green, and this accounts for most of the valley, has 2 or fewer options for broadband. Red is just 1. As the new fiber provider coming to the valley starts to get going over the next few years, we're going to have to wait and see whether more green on this map means less green coming out of your paycheck. In studio, Mike Allen, Fox 5 News, Local Las Vegas.
Fox 5 reached out to GigaPower, which is a joint venture between AT&T and BlackRock, about a timeline for implementation. We're told long-term plans are not firmed up quite yet.